What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some more stunning One Piece TCG products I need to show ya. These are being released over in Japan as it stands at the moment. They're all themed around UTA, but do remember, right, we've done this dance before. The general rule is stuff that is released in Japan is released over here, and stuff that is released over here is released in Japan. I mean, the big one for me was a Shonen Jump Luffy. I've used this example before, but it's a good one. Because this is a Luffy, the artwork for which is literally playing on an old copy of Shonen Jump, a big magazine comic thing in Japan that we don't get over here. If ever there was going to be a card where Bandai went, oh, you know what, mate, this is really for the Japanese audience, it would have been that card. But they didn't. So that Luffy on the One Piece that was in Shonen Jump very recently in Japan, we're getting that at some point. We have to. We're getting all this UTA stuff at some point as well. I'm kind of thinking it might be a premium Bandai drop. Honestly, we'll have to wait and see. Now, for me, the most exciting thing is this premium card collection. Now, we did see the folder the other day, and basically, we saw a couple of the cards, but we didn't see them in the best light, I think is fair to say. We saw them just featured in a magazine. Decent quality, not perfect. Now we've got the whole look at the whole list. Although, again, I should say, we don't have a perfect view here. But look, we got a folder. It shows 3 of the cards in pretty good quality, 3 of them in okay, fine quality. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? That'll do for me. And I want to start off with the 2-cost black card, because the other day, we saw that the 2 cards we'd had were reprints, and it did not take long, just a quick trip to onepiece-cardgame.dev, brilliant One Piece TCG database online. It only took a very quick look over there to realise that we had exactly 6 different unique UTA cards to date. There were 6 UTA cards in this collection. 2 of them had been shown and were reprints, so clearly they were just reprinting the 6 UTA cards. That had to be what was happening. And I told you that the black 2-cost UTA was going to be the So-So artwork, and it is. And again, this is not really some huge prediction, because So-So is particularly good, name of the artist, particularly good at doing kind of, I'm not good at describing art, right? But kind of cuter cards, more whimsical cards. The big, if we take a look at someone like Akira Igawa does the big, impressive, scary looking cards. Look at how Akira Igawa draws Roanoa Zoro. And yet, we've had 2 Igawa Roanoa Zoro cards so far, which is awesome. And then look at So-So's Kung Fu Dugong. I mean, come on, ladies and gentlemen. There is a reason, this is not a coincidence, incidentally. Different artists are selected to draw different characters because of the way their art looks, because of their style. So, yeah, the 2-cost younger UTA here, that had to be the So-So one. So, yeah, fine, it wasn't exactly some amazing prediction that nobody else could have made, but I'm still delighted I was right about it. Now, as for the 2-cost UTA, of course, this is the one that came around in Starter Deck 8, the Black Starter Deck, and we've got a 2-cost 3,000 power. This character cannot be KO'd battling against leaders, and activate main, you may rest this card and give up to one of your opponent's characters -2 costs during this turn. Bearing in mind, of course, it is a black card. And, of course, the main thing the black cards like to do is reduce cost. It's kind of their thing, frankly, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of their thing. So this works very nicely in there. It's a very cool card. This So-So artwork is amazing. It's not the entire reason I'm going to be picking this up, but it is a pretty good reason to do so, isn't it? Also, fun little side note, Akira Igawa and So-So are 2 of the artists who draw for both the Pokemon and One Piece trading card game. And for those that don't know, my main YouTube channel is actually PTCG Radio, which is a Pokemon channel. Cool to see them branching over. Now, there were a couple that we saw the other day. The promo leader UTA, the red leader that buffs up your vanilla characters. We saw that the other day. I apologize that we've now got 2 looks at this character, or this leader, and we don't actually have a particularly good look. Sorry about that. Just the way it is, but it's still extremely cool artwork. And like I say, we got that leader that can give plus 2,000 power to one of your characters with no base effect. It's a cool leader. It's very much a fringe card, don't get me wrong, but it's still extremely cool. Now, the other one we saw the other day was actually another promo. UTA's had multiple promos. Both of them are getting reprints. All the UTA cards are getting reprints. And this is the one that's 5 cost, 6,000 power on play. Add a Don card from your Don deck rested. It's nice to get the Don, but I don't know. A vanilla card would be 5 cost, 7,000 power, counter plus 1,000. You're losing 1,000 power and you're losing the counter. And sure, you're getting a Don when you play it, which is lovely. But then by the same token, it's not the cheapest card ever, so you're paying a lot of Don to get it. So, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I will leave the decision up to you. Now, as well as having had multiple promo UTA, we've actually had multiple starter deck UTA. We did get one in starter deck 5. This is the 4 cost, 5,000 power, counter plus 1,000, blocker, and on block, Don -1, rest up to one of your opponent's characters of a cost of 5 or less. And this is more like it. Sure, you got 1,000 power less than your average vanilla character, but you still keep your counter, and you've got blocker, and you can rest a character when you block. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, this is a cool card. We have seen this one seeing a bunch of play up to now, as we should have done, because this is an extremely cool card. Now, we've also got then a couple of other new ones that we did not get to have a look at the other day. And again, I'm doing my best here, but look, we've only got the look that we've got. So we got a reprint of the red UTA from OP01. This is the one that unfortunately hasn't actually seen a huge amount of play, which is slightly sad. But on play, you add a red character other than UTA with a cost of 3 from your trash to your hand. I've seen it in decks, don't get me wrong. Not necessarily a staple. We don't have the best look at this, I'm sorry. But come on, ladies and gentlemen, it's clearly beautiful and wonderful and awesome. We've got a reprint of the secret rare UTA. This is one that came around in OP02. The 8 cost, 8,000 power, and on play, Don -2. Your leader and all your characters gain 1,000 power until the start of your next turn. I actually really like the artwork on this one, the redone artwork. But again, the cards on the right-hand side, the look we've got is fairly limited. Do remember, of course, the front of the binder will show you a better look, but not of the entire card. So you can kind of look and you can go, all right, well, the card in the bottom right-hand corner is the reprint of the secret rare. So we can look at that, and then we can look at the little image in the bottom right-hand corner of the front of the binder, and we can kind of piece together a decent look at it. I'm doing what I can, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing the best I can. And that's it. That's the 6 UTA cards. I think this is awesome. This is an absolute no-question purchase from me. Now, this is due for release on the 7th of October. It's going to cost about 2,000 yen, and it's just a folder with the 6 cards in. And if that's all right by you, that's absolutely wonderful. And if it's not, that's absolutely fine as well. Like I've just shown you, these are all alternate art cards, so if you like them, buy them. If you don't like them, that's cool. This roughly converts 1,980 yen. It converts to about $13 or about £11. So, will I pay 11 quid for this? Oh, you betcha. And then the other thing we've got coming here is the deck box and sleeves. And look, I mean, you can see on the screen it's also coming out on the 7th of October. And it's just a deck box and some sleeves. It is as simple as that. Now, for what it's worth, the art on the sleeves is actually the alternate art of the starter deck UTA. The 4 cost, 5,000 power UTA, the one that came in the starter deck, the purple starter deck. You can see here it is that artwork, which is being taken, well, the redone artwork, the alternate art from the binder, being whacked on these sleeves. And I think that is brilliant. And I actually really like the deck box here. The deck box is beautiful. The thing next to the sleeve is actually a divider for the deck box, so no, you're not getting 2 sets of sleeves, I'm sorry, but you are getting a beautiful deck box and a beautiful divider. Now, we do have a description of this on the website as well, but all it really tells us is you're getting 1 card case, 1 type of sleeves, although the card case does have the divider if you're into that. And it is again costing 1,980 yen, which comes in at $13 or £11. I kind of want this as well. And I follow too many card games, right? I spend way too much on card games generally, so I have to be quite selective, especially when it comes to accessories that don't come with cards, as to which ones I actually go for. These are going to be hard to resist, ladies and gentlemen. these are going to be very hard to resist indeed. Put simply, if you're an UTA fan, you're eating good. And as someone who read the manga and didn't watch the anime, I'm not the biggest UTA fan out there. Although One Piece Red was awesome, let's be clear. And if I haven't said it already, this is coming because they're re-releasing One Piece Red in the cinema. So this is essentially a bunch of merch which is being released to commemorate that. But yeah, this is awesome. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about all this. Tell me what you're picking up. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.